you talk more about the beginning of where you were when you started? How old were you? And how did you decide to write? And what happened in the beginning?
Yeah, so I served a church mission from 2008 to 2010. And so when I got back, I was 22. So in 2010, I was 22. Right now, I'm 32, 10 years later. Um, and I knew through that experience, because I journaled like a madman during those 2 years. Like I learned the value of journaling um, and reading books, and also just having outside the box experiences, serving other people, seeing different types of um, people from different socioeconomic statuses, different cultures. Just it was a really eye-opening experience for me. And through that experience, after reading lots of books on that experience and journaling a lot, I knew that I wanted to be a writer. I didn't actually know what form of writer, whether I was going to write like spiritual stuff, whether I was going to write business stuff. And so from 2010 to 2015, I was studying psychology and kind of just continuing to read a lot of books and continuing to journal, but I didn't actually know when I was going to start. I actually read two really good books that that kind of kicked me over the edge. One of them was, well, probably three books actually. And this was in the fall of 2014. And this was right when I started my PhD program at Clemson. But right about that time, I was starting to actually like study marketing, studying people like Brendan Burchard, studying people like Seth Godin and Gary Vee. And I read three books that finally like pushed me. One of them was Choose Yourself by James Altucher. One of them was the Icarus Deception by Seth Godin. And then I read a book called The Power of Starting Something Stupid by a guy named Richie Norton. And I read those three books and I'm finally like, okay, I'm just going to start writing online. And I really don't know how I found it. Actually, I took what's his name? John Morrow's online course, his guest blogging course. This was in early 2015 because I just knew that I needed to like learn how to write headlines and stuff like that. And ultimately, I just found medium.com. I don't know how I found it. I just started blogging on my own website and just copy pasting into medium.com and applying what I was learning from John Morrow's blogging course. Essentially, I probably wrote 40 articles in like a 2-month span, probably between it was
almost like one article every weekday, basically.
I was writing probably multiple for the first few months, just applying his concepts because I had already read like hundreds of books over the last like 6 or 7 years. And so I was just taking his structure, mostly listicles, really getting the headlines, pitching them to like low level personal development blogs, writing them on my own blog. And then actually he had a contest. He had a contest where whoever wrote the most powerful blog in his perspective, he would share it with his email list. And so I wrote an article called 8 Things Every Person Should Do Before 8 a.m. And I published it on Medium and I shared it in his contest. I didn't win, but that article ended up getting viewed like 10 million times. And so that was kind of where it started. That's where it started. But
that's really funny that you did not win the contest. But that's one of your most successful articles, right? I mean,
it's probably even to this day, because at this point on multiple platforms, it's probably been read like 25 to 30 million times. But it's probably my most successful article, even still to this point, like cumulatively. But that was after about 2 months of extreme blogging, probably after like 40 to 60 articles written. And I was just in a deep flow.